Bienvenido, caballero, a otro capítulo de Holy Spanglish con Mari y Jessica. So that didn't come out good, you know, because that's the part where Lynn comes in and it sounds perfect with her, right?
Without her.
It's different. So today is just me because my partner Lynn is recovering from a procedure. So we're gonna have here me and Jessica and I. She's gonna do my nail, and we're gonna have a girl conversation. So you guys are gonna be part of it. So hey, Jessica, what's up? How you doing?
I'm so happy. I know we sat down in this space before, two different times.
Yeah, you guys know Jessica. We've been here. We did a podcast with her a few months ago, and we also did a women gathering. It was amazing. There were so many beautiful women here. Yeah. That, oh my God, that was, the Holy Spirit was like moved that day. Yeah. And I still remember like it is today, right there. Yeah. It was beautiful. And hey, we can't wait for more collaboration.
More of those. Yes, yeah. And then here we are. And now I'm doing your nails.
Yes, you are.
What a beautiful opportunity to record.
I know, right? Listen, we're going to have so much to talk about. You know, it like nail therapists are like psychologists, psychiatrists, son psiquiatras, son psicólogas, son de todo. You know what I mean? So, terapista, no solamente de uña. Tell me about it.
Oh, yeah. The conversations that I have heard behind this table.
Yeah.
Mija, but yes, so I already can tell you have a little bit of gel on, so I'm just going to go ahead and take that off, okay? You can go ahead and keep talking while I...
Okay, so let's see what she's going to do. I trust her, you know. She is amazing. She is amazing doing nails. De verdad que confío en ella. Es tremenda haciendo uñas, so... Estoy en buenas manos. Y si ustedes quieren saber más de quién es ella, stay tuned. So, ¿qué vamos a hacer? What are we going to do today? What's the procedure you're going to do today?
Okay.
The procedure, no, the technique.
The technique. So you, off camera, we talked about that you wanted a little bit of length.
Yes.
Right now, your natural nails are on the shorter end. So I'm just going to do a quick consultation, so bear with me because I think that that's important in making sure that you're happy as my client.
Okay.
So I'm just going to ask you a few questions and kind of follow through with what you've already mentioned. You said you wanted a little bit of length.
Yes.
Okay, and so what I do here, I actually don't do acrylics here because for those of you that watched our last episode, I am a gel specialist. So I am going to use a product that is a gel tip. That's going to extend your nail. We call them a gel tip. It's going to give you some extension. It's going to give you some length, but it's going to be all gel. So the gel, instead of glue, I'm going to use a gel adhesion, something to stick the tip to your nail is going to be gel. The tip itself is gel, and then the gel polish on top.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. And that's like, it keep my nail healthy. And yeah, what is the difference between that and regular, like, you know, acrylic? I don't think people use acrylic no more. Do they?
They do. Yeah, no, acrylic is still very popular.
Yeah.
Very,
do they
very
come
popular.
you get a lot of clients that come and ask you about new clients?
I do. And for the most part, once I explain to them what we do here, which is take care of the natural nail, get their nails nice and healthy, to grow naturally, that we use actually these gel tips that don't damage their nails, because what we do is we actually put them on brand new, and then when they come in, we soak them off and we do a brand new set.
Okay.
And so their nails actually stay healthy. Just let me know if it gets uncomfortable.
No. It's okay. Perfect.
And so they come to us originally asking for acrylic, and then I explain that to them, and they actually try the Gel X, and they love it.
Yeah, I actually tried it before, and I have never gone back to acrylic. You know, and it keep my nails healthy. I remember when I used to do acrylics and take them off, you can see the depth in it. Like, it was like so bad. My nail was so thin and it would break. Like, if I wanted to leave my nail, my natural nail, I couldn't, because it was like, you know, I have nothing against acrylic. If you do like it, you like it, you know. Eso es a lo gusto los colores, como dicen, ¿verdad?
Yeah,
pero también hay que considerar la salud de las uñas. We gotta consider the health of the nail. You want to look nice, but you still want your nails to be healthy, you know?
Yeah. And you know, and that's why I don't ever speak against acrylic or any other product that I don't personally offer here in my salon, because honestly, there's technicians that do everything well. There's technicians that do things wrong, and that's where the problem is when there's not enough education and the technician is doing the product incorrectly. And that's where.
Yeah. So you also is beside being a nail tech, you an instructor, right? Tú también enseñas cómo hacer uñas.
Sí.
Sí, y mira que es tremenda. Y bueno, en lo que estamos aquí while we're doing their nail, I want you to, you know, it's not a class, it's not a free class, but I want you to ask you a few questions, because I know there might be a lot of women out there that are interested in becoming a nail tech, you know.
Okay.
So I know you guys out there want to hear what she got to say, because how do you start this business? That's the main question I want to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Were you a nail tech before? Like you used to work somewhere first and then you decided to put a business, or?
I did, yeah. So when I graduated school, beauty school, I tried starting my own business and aprendí bien rápido que yo no lo podía hacer sola, that I still didn't have enough experience. I learned that very early on. So I actually started working in a salon. Full time. I did the salon, job full time. I left my old job, which was medical assistant, and I became a nail tech full time in a salon.
Oh wow, wow! And then, how long you gained experience there? And then
I was in the salon for about, I want to say, a year and a half.
Okay, and then you just decided, no, this I can have, and then you gain a lot of clients, I'm guessing, right?
So no, I did not gain a lot of clients. I actually gained a lot of experience.
Yeah. But to decide to open a business, do you have, that's the main question, right? Because you just decided to open a business, but you didn't have a lot of clients. Was that scary?
It was very scary.
Oh, yeah,
it was very scary. But I wasn't too scared because my mom owned a hair salon.
Okay.
And I think we talked about this in the last podcast, that she was
a hairdresser for over 40 something years.
Yeah.
So when I decided to open my business, I said, I'm going to go join my mom after I gained the experience, and said, okay, now I can do this professionally and actually gain a clientele. And I still needed more practice. I didn't know everything I needed to know, but I knew the basics. I learned the basics working in the salon. And so when I went to work with my mom, she had clients. Oh. And in my head, perfect situation, right, would have been to get clients from her.
And your mom didn't do nails. You said she was a hairdresser.
Yeah. She did not do nails.
So that was a perfect combination.
It was perfect, except I did not get clients from her.
Like the lady that will come do their nail, hair, they wouldn't say no?
No, because I was still too new, so they didn't trust me yet. Yeah.
It's all about trust.
They didn't trust me yet. So I had to gain their trust, and that was a process.
Yeah, so it's all about trust. Like I said at the beginning, I trust her. I know she's gonna do a good job because I've been watching her do nails, and and I know she's amazing. She's just amazing, and I see the classes. You put everything on social media, so we're gonna put every information that you guys need to know. So stay tuned. So everything's gonna be displayed, and so you can follow. Yo tengo muchas personas que me han preguntado, mira, tú tienes una persona que hace uñas, y la que sé yo, sí. A lot of people have asked me if I know somebody that are good doing nails, Yeah. Porque es como, nails is like when you go to a beauty salon, it's hard to change your hairstylist.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Very
es difícil. Yo tengo la misma estilista de pelo, which don't look at my hair right now because it's kind of crazy, but she is amazing, and she has just blessed hands, and it's hard for me to go to it, even though when she's not there, I'd be like, no, I don't want to. I can wait,
Yeah.
I don't even go with her daughter because it's just like it's like a marriage,
It is. It is a marriage. And you know what? I think part of that is because I understand that. A lot of my clients are the same. But I always tell my clients that they always need a backup. Because when somebody is so good and then you have a moment where your hairdresser's not available, then you because you don't want to give somebody else an opportunity, te quedas sin hacerte el
It's
pelo.
like your mom retired from doing hair, right?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she was amazing doing hair, and she had a lot of. It's happened to them probably too. Like,
Yes.
oh,
Who do I go to
no.
now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
it's-
And
it's
so
sad.
here's what happened with my mom, and here's what's happening with me. And seguro que with your hairdresser, nosotros, aunque nadie va a ser como uno, right? No one's ever going to do the job like I do it, or like my mom did it, or like your hairdresser, right? But we train people. And we train them not to do it like us, but to leave the client happy in their way, en la manera de ellos.
Yes.
Because nobody could ever do anything like you know, and that's something that I think is super important for a lot of my students to learn, is that you can take all the
Classes you want, and you can go to beauty school, but at the end of the day, what you have to realize is how special you are
Yes.
and what you bring to the table. That's different than all the other nail techs.
Yeah, that's good advice. And okay, so I know you. Let's speak about those. Being an instructor and having those. Student. When was your last class? You had recently had a class, right?
I
keep up
did.
with you, so I keep up with her. And how hard it is, I'm a person that, I contact you like, hey, I want to learn, remember?
Yes.
And I say, I want to learn how to do it.
Yes.
But, me, I'm going to speak from my experience. And I know might be a lot of people out there that feel the same way I feel. I would love to learn, but I'm kind of scared, I lack confidence.
Okay.
And beside having the will, like como la fuerza de voluntad, what a person need, like to just decide if you want to do it, how hard it is, like how hard it was for you, qué difícil fue para ti decidir from working in a place for a year and a half to say, hey, I'm gonna do this. And even a person that wanna go like learn, you don't really have to open your own place right away.
Right.
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 Do it like you did. Gain experience first.
Right. And I would highly recommend that, is go get experience before you try to open your own business. Running a business is not just doing somebody's nails. Running your business there's so much more that is actually a part of that. But you have to know how to do nails first before you can learn the business side of it.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing.
what would I suggest? What advice would I give a new nail tech? Honestly, is besides the will to learn, is to practice. Practice on themselves. If it's something that they really enjoy doing, take the time. And the same, instead of wasting time doing other things that are not gonna make this happen, take more time doing manicures, give things away for free. Find models that'll let you do little manicures on them for free. Practice with gels, until you get to a point where you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like I need to take it to the next step, and maybe taking a class here and there. But yeah, especially for someone like you that already has your license, that really all you need is la práctica. You just need the practice. Is start on yourself. And I think you told me you're already starting on yourself. You're already practicing.
I have. That's why that's why I didn't come before. But
Yeah.
I had a lady that was helping me, with the basic, and then that's all I needed to just start practicing on myself. But I know that's not all to it. There's a lot to learn,
Yes.
know? And the thing with nails is like, cambia todo el tiempo.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Things change. First it was acrylic, now it's gel X, and now it is. Now every time it just something different. And what's the mistake you see a lot of beginners do? Like,
I see them, honestly, the biggest mistake is their mindset. They have the wrong mindset when they start. They think that because they have a license, that they are ready to go out in the field and be a business owner. And it happened to me. It happened to me until I fell on my face.
Oh, wow.
So I see it, and I know that it's not just a me thing. I see it time and time again where nail techs will try to do it on their own.
It's hard.
And then they realize how hard it is.
Yes. It look easy because you make it look easy.
Thank you.
But this is why we having this conversation because I want people out there to know that it's not as easy as you think, but it's not impossible either.
It's not impossible.
You know,
Esa
and
parte.
when God puts something in your hand,
Yeah.
hey, He'll make it flourish. You just gotta trust, you know.
You gotta trust
but
and be
don't
consistent.
move unless He tells you to move, you know. Y nada, pero es que de verdad es algo que te. What is a good thing? ¿Cómo te sientes tú? Vamos a hacer esta pregunta. Cuando tú, ¿qué es lo que te llena de este trabajo? What fills you up from this job?
You know, it's funny. So, la parte más que me llena, the part that fills me the most, is having women sitting in my chair for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, because my manicures are not 30 minutes. Let's just put that out there, okay? I take pride in my work and I take my time. And that's how it should be.
Yes.
Okay. But it's the spending time. Yeah. Tomando cafecito.
Mira, RD, salud.
Salud.
Oye, esto está bueno. Tú le echaste ahí una canelita ahí.
Canelita.
Oh my God.
Azuquita
Tú
marrón.
sabes algo, que el mejor café es el que te hace alguien más. The best
Ay,
coffee is
that's
when somebody
true.
else make it.
That's true.
That's the best coffee. And that's Dominican coffee though.
Hello. Let
We
them
both
know.
Dominicana.
Dominicana in the house.
Oh yeah, I understand that, you know, it's nice, pero como bregar con mujeres, it's a difficult job to deal with so many women.
Okay, so I'm gonna say something, and it's not gonna be the last time, but I'm not gonna go too much into this. You know, bregando con mujeres como cliente no es lo difícil. Bregando con mujeres como empleada es lo difícil.
Oh wow.
Pero como clientes no, because you know,
You hear and you come and go.
Sí, I see you for 2 hours. Si tú vienes media triste, yo trato de subirte el ánimo, you know, and I take pride in that. You know, not every nail tech does that. Some nail techs just want to do your nails, but my passion is to have conversation and to really you come in one way, but you leave a different way. You leave with a smile,
of course.
You know, because that's what Jesus calls us
It's
to
a
do.
ministry too.
Yeah.
It's a ministry,
Yeah.
you know. Some
So-
people are coming with so much burden and they sit on this chair and it's like for you to minister them, and then it goes both ways.
Yes.
Best of both worlds. Lo mejor de dos mundos.
Lo mejor de dos mundos. So that's what I love. And then the second thing that I love the most is to see clients come to me with damaged nails. And within 3 or 4 visits, or, you know, however long it takes for us to grow the damaged nail out, las uñas se le ponen saludables. Porque con lo que yo entiendo del cuerpo, de la uña, de la anatomía, of the anatomy, what I understand of the natural nail, and then what I do to keep the nail healthy, they end up coming back, you know, and keep coming back, and their consistency and the education that I give them, and their nails grow healthy.
Wow. You know, that's very important to have a nail tech, hair, you know, stylist, whatever it is that any service that you get out there, the person that's giving you the service care about, you know, care about your nails, care about your hair, care about your skin. And you don't find a lot of those nowadays, you know. A lot of people they want to do their job, go, leave, next client. And, you know, they don't take the time to learn their client, you know. And that's a plus. I told you she's amazing. I told you guys see that? I told you that. So going back to the students, you know, like what do they need to start? Like, do you need a lot to start this business, or what is it? What can you tell them? Like people out there that, oh my God, I need to have thousands of dollars, or I need to, what do they need? Beside money, what else?
So honestly, it's the will, the desire, the consistency, the understanding that they have to be consistent. Because you can invest all the money in the world and have, you know, thousands of dollars in the business, but if you are not consistent, that money is going to go down the drain. It's not going to flourish. You have to show up. At the beginning, you have to sacrifice.
Oh.
You have to be willing to sacrifice your time. You have to be willing to sacrifice even money, you know, because at the beginning you lose money before you make money. And that's any
That's
business.
every business, yeah. Every business, that's
Yeah.
true. Pero we know from the previous podcast, and you know, tú estás casada, you have married, and you are married, and you have children. Eso has been a challenge for you. Like, I know I asked you this in the podcast, but if you guys haven't watched it, let's answer this question again.
Yeah.
Because you're a businesswoman. And how do you balance being a businesswoman and then married? Like, you open like what, 5 days a week?
5 days a week.
5 days a
Yes.
week, and from what time to what time?
My schedule has changed throughout the years, but when I started, I was open from 9 a.m. to about 7 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah, they were long hours.
And then come home and then be a mom,
And then
be a
mom,
wife.
be a wife. Yeah.
But you do have a supportive husband, so that's a plus.
Yes, so that is, I think, the only reason why I have been able to do that or do it the way that I have, having children, because I know that having children, they, you know, are our priority after,
And they
you know, our
require
relationship
a lot
with
of our
God.
time.
Yeah. But I was able to do it because, yeah, my husband was very supportive. We definitely went through our challenges because as a business owner, you know, it's almost like this is my third baby, you know, and he had to be on board about it. He had to understand that, yeah, I'm his wife, I'm the mother of our children, but if he wanted this or if we wanted this to succeed, he was going to sacrifice having me around sometimes, you know, and but at the same time, his communication to me, him telling me, hey, I miss you, you know, and me being able to say, okay, I'm going to put that, I'm going to say no to some things for the business, and I'm going to say yes to you know, and show up for him was important. And so in showing up for him and showing up for the business and showing up for the girls, there's only so much you could give. My extended family actually ended up suffering, you know, and so I would have to say no to weddings. I would have to say no to trips, viajes que tomaba mi familia para la República Dominicana mía, que tú sabes que eso es difícil, uno decir no. Pero yo tenía que decir que no al principio. You know, I
Todo
had to
requiere
say
sacrificio.
no.
Mira, you reaping what you sow.
Yeah.
You know, y eso es para que sepan que no todo es fácil al principio. Not everything is easy at the beginning. But if you be consistent, just like she said, and you don't give up, you're gonna see the fruit of your labor, you know.
Yes.
And it's good. It's amazing. That was like how many years ago? Like you've been in this business, like your own business.
My own business, 10 years.
10 years. Wow. And it seems like yesterday, or you feel like a long time?
It still seems like yesterday.
It still feels like yesterday.
It still seems like yesterday. I definitely, I think differently than I did 10 years ago.
Of course.
You know,
Yeah.
I've learned so much, even in the last 3 years that I went through some hardships, you know, of having employees and the wrong employees, you know. But I've grown so much in the last 10 years.
Yeah. What do you think being, like you said now, have an employee as como jefa? Qué difícil es eso? Like, I know you say, you elaborated, because you know why I asked this now, a girl talk?
Yeah.
I have my sister in Chile, she's a hairstylist, she have her own salon, and it's been challenging, so challenging for her to find, and she have had employee that had stolen her and then left her in a bad situation, you know. How hard is that? Like, now in 10 years, I'm pretty sure you're wiser now.
Yes.
You have that discernment in you, and, you know, somebody just come through there and say, hey, I'm looking for a job, you know. What do you do to, como para identificar más o menos, no, yes, or whatever?
Bueno,
Hire someone.
sí, uno puede tener el discernment, pero that's not enough. Lo mejor que uno puede tener como dueña de empresa es tener sistema. Sistemas que van a filtrar las personas correctas de las personas incorrectas. Y sistemas son contratos, educación, o tal vez una clase o algo que uno dice, ok, vas a tener que ir you're going to have to go through here to get to the next step.
Yeah, I get that.
Processes. You have to have systems in place to filter out the people that are not in line with your values.
Yeah.
And so that is what I've learned in the last 2 years. I didn't know that before. Before that, I was just pretty much hiring what I thought I needed. And then in doing that, I learned what I didn't want and what I did want.
Wow.
Yeah.
So through bad experience,
Through
I'm
bad
pretty sure, right?
experiences. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And then I learned that I needed to have a system. I didn't have a system before. I thought I had a system, but I didn't.
Oh, wow. How are you with your employee? ¿Eres una jefa estricta? ¿Tú eres like, what would they say about you? What do you think they would say about you as a hey.
Bueno, no, I don't think I'm a strict boss, but I am particular. Yo sí, and it's weird because depende, really depende. Hay momentos, yo sí sé lo que yo quiero, la manera que se representa my brand. Like I know how I want my brand to be represented.
Yeah.
So there are certain things that I do require my technicians to do. So that the client has the same experience every time, regardless of what technician they're with. But as far as I think I'm super understanding.
Yeah.
I am helpful. I want my technicians to flourish. I want them to grow. I want them to be themselves. I don't want them to be me. I want them to be themselves. So I encourage them to bring some sort of, uniqueness to working for me. I don't want them to come here and feel like they have to be, no sé, porque aquí hay técnicas que hay veces que ni siquiera saben, so I try to help them discover that, who they are.
Yes.
And then when I see something special in them, I kind of push them, okay, well, why don't you try this? And sometimes it's uncomfortable for them. And if anything that, I think I make them feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yo no la dejo que se queden
And that's a good thing sometimes to do that, we get too comfortable.
Yes.
And then it's hard to get out of that comfort zone,
Yeah.
It's hard in every aspect of life, not only being a nail tech, And yeah, I get that. I get it.
And that's how I discovered my mentorship. That's how I discovered how I like to be a mentor.
Yeah.
Because I saw that my employees, what I would do is I wouldn't just hire them and let them do nails here. Like I would hire them and then I would see things and I'd be like, why don't you try this? Or why don't you try? And I would guide them in a direction where by the time, our contract was up, they'd be like, okay, I can do this by myself. I feel confident.
Wow.
Ya yo sé lo que yo quiero hacer. Ahora sé a dónde me debo de enfocar. So I would try to guide them in a way where they could run a business and be confident in doing that.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's how the Say Just to Nails came about.
Yep. So where do they Creation Beauty Lounge? Where that name came from? I like it. It's catchy.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is.
So that stems from or derives from the fact that God, our creator, created us to create.
Oh.
And in this aspect, we create beautiful masterpieces. Nosotros vemos la uña como canvases. We see your nails as a canvas. Let me know if this feels uncomfortable at all.
It's good.
Okay? I'm just exfoliating your skin here. And so we see doing nails as artwork. Nosotros somos artistas.
Claro que sí.
And so our creations are artwork.
Your work is so clean. Like when I see you, because I'm telling you, I'm like her number one fan. I know, I honestly am, and not because we're in the podcast. I am. Because your technique are like so neat and clean. I love a person that is detail oriented, tú todos los detallitos, no tiene ni un cuerito afuera, como decimos nosotros, not even a piece of skin out. No, man, it's like clean, it's neat, that's it's nice. It's hard to find people like that, let me tell you. And I'm not bashing on anyone, I had a nail tech before. She's amazing. She's Cuban. And I haven't gone to her in a while because she taught me a little bit of, how to do my own nail. And I haven't had the need, but she knows that. I communicated that with her. And I say, hey, well, I'm going to just try to do this myself. But when I do want, like I have an event or something that I want my nails to look nice, then yeah, I know I need to go. It's like the hair. Like if I want my hair to look neat, I have to go to my hairstylist, you know?
Yes.
You can never do it yourself the way that your technician
No, we
does
were
it.
just talking about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
no,
cannot.
I've tried, but when it comes to like my hair, and I've tried straightening my hair, doing stuff to my hair, and it just is not the same as when I go to my hairdresser.
And your nails last. You know what is the trick? For the nail not to come off, como que no se caigan las uñas, que duren hasta tu propio next appointment. Because I see people coming here and they have like the nail like in half of it, and now one nail fell off. I was like, what? That's amazing. Like, what is the trick? Do you have a trick? Like,
I mean,
you don't have no trick. She's just good at it.
I don't know that it's a trick, but the key is to, one, keep the nails healthy, and two, remove all of the skin from the nail plate. If you understand how gel works, in my case, I use gel. Understanding the science of how gel works, then you'll prep the nail correctly so you can apply the gel and it won't separate.
I get it.
Es la ciencia.
Okay,
You really have to
ciencia.
understand the science behind it.
Hey, you just said scientist too. She's a science, una científica también, ya usted sabe. Oh my goodness, es tremenda.
The medium.
And guess what? I'm gonna tell you a secret.
Tell me.
It's my anniversary.
Ah,
It is my anniversary. Yeah, I'm not supposed to know, but I'm gonna tell you. It's a secret. Today, this is literally my anniversary gift.
Today?
Yeah, today.
Ay, qué rico. And that's another reason why I love what I do.
No.
Because I get to do anniversaries, weddings. I get to do baby showers.
There you
People
go.
that buy their new house and they're celebrating. Girl.
Yes.
Graduation.
You're
todo
part
eso.
of
I'm
it.
a part of it.
Yeah,
I
you're part
literally
of
am
it.
there with you.
Yes.
I love that. Qué
Yeah.
rico.
We got married 6 years ago.
Wow.
We renewed our vow
years.
last year.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, we got married on January 12th. Last year we renewed our vow on the 10th, but the 12th is still our main
Date.
day.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The 12.
But you guys, Lynn is coming. She's gonna come soon, and she's recovering from her procedure, but she will be here soon, and continue being one. Cause this is my other half. I'm married to my husband, but Lynn is my other half.
When is your anniversary with her? When did you guys start the podcast?
Let me tell, in June, like around June.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have that's gonna be a big celebration.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's there.
Yes, you will be. You will be. You're part of Holy Spanglish. Come on now. You can get rid of us. You cannot get rid of us.
I'm glad I can.
Yeah.
I love you, ladies.
Okay, so any class you have coming up, well, give us some information, girl. Let us know what you have in mind. What's next? This 2026 what's bringing, what Creation Beauty Lounge is bringing to us this year.
So this year I have lots of classes lined up. I actually started for the first time this year virtual classes. So I've been wanting to do this for many years, and you know what? So I will tell you this. You and Lynn had a huge part in me feeling confident in being able to do that.
Wow.
Because when we did our first podcast, it was just something about how easy you guys made it look. And I know it's not easy. Doing these podcasts is not easy. But it's just how comfortable you felt. And you were like, como que me dieron un poquito más confianza. Hazlo, Jess, hazlo.
But it's crazy because you did that to us too. You taught us so much in that short period of time. Like that day that we came and did the podcast, we learned a lot. Nosotros aprendimos tanto ese día. Le estaba diciendo yo ahorita algo que yo hice con la cámara y yo le dije, yo la aprendí con una técnica por ahí que me enseñó. Oye, es que siempre cuando Dios pone personas en tu camino es para aprender aprender uno de las otras to be better, to make
Yes.
better. Something's good is gonna come out of it, you know? And that's amazing to hear. You heard that, Lynn? That's amazing. Oh, wow.
You ladies played a big role in that. So this year I'm starting my virtual classes. Apart from that, some of them are going to be free. Some of them are going to be super affordable because what I want is to make it accessible for nail techs. Like I want nail techs to be able to be in the room. I don't want to make it super expensive or crazy or something that they cannot take. Because at the end of the day, honestly, what I feel is that God is calling me to help nail techs be successful.
Yes.
And I don't want to be like, quiero que me puedan alcanzar. I don't want to be unreachable.
Okay.
So this year I'm doing some free classes. I'm doing some low, ticket classes, but where they're going to leave with so much value, where they're going to leave with confidence, where they're going to feel like, okay, well, I could do this. And then I actually am also doing in-person classes, which I've been doing that for a couple years. But this year, my next in-person class is a master class with a brand that I absolutely love, that they're all about the science.
Okay.
And so I'm actually going to do that master class on the 26th of January.
Okay.
That's my next class.
All right, that's your next class. And we're going to put that information so you guys know. And what is, also, I saw you, anything beside nails that you do, or no, that's still not, you're focusing on that for now?
That's what I'm focusing on for now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really focusing on that. I kind of put a pause on a lot of the other things.
Yeah, because I know from the podcast, remember we spoke about a lot of things you did. And I was like, well, this woman don't stop. She's like, it's like the little Energizer bunny, like tick, 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 and she have battery for everybody.
No, yeah, and all of those things helped me to get to where I am today. Like I feel that there's sometimes that God kind of like, I don't know, opens opportunities and opens doors. But you always have to remember your mission.
Yeah.
You have to try not to lose sight of what your end goal, of where he's calling you to be. Of
course, because it's easy to lose sight.
Yeah.
And nowadays, with everything going on, so many distractions, it is easy to lose sight, but it's important to do that, to reflect, reflexionar, take a step back and see, okay, so should I be doing this, or let me just put this in pause? And putting something in pause doesn't mean that you're going to let it go forever,
Right.
You can always take it back if it's meant to be. But yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. And so this year I feel that it's my calling is to just focus more on my education in the nails. And I am still teaching dance, I still am a part of the dance studio because that is also part of my calling. But I even from that, I kind of slowed down a little bit, and I'm doing more, just getting my classes all in order, my virtual classes.
How long does it take, for a class? Is it weeks, months to finish a class? It depends on because you have different classes, like Gel X, they have different techniques.
Yes.
Every technique is a class, and how long does a class last? Like a period?
So the in-person class is about 5 to 6 hours in person.
Okay.
If they are doing a digital class, they can do, it's in their timing. They can do it in one day, or they can do it, if it's a virtual class. The virtual classes it's usually, they're going to be about an hour long. And it's usually a watch and learn where the technician can sit and watch me. I have some ideas for this year to kind of make it interactive. So I'm really excited about those.
Awesome.
Of getting the nail techs to physically do what I'm teaching them while we're on the virtual class. So I'm really excited about those. I have not promoted that yet because I'm still working on a couple little...
That is amazing. Yeah. That is amazing. It's needed. It's well needed because, I think I'm going to be part of that one. Yeah. I think, I like that. Being a mom and it's easier. It's easier.
It's easier. And, and we all learn differently. I feel like I noticed that as artists, we learn different ways. Some people learn better in person, and some people are like, no, I want to be in my space. I wanna do it at my time. You know, even if they pay for it, they watch the recording later on. You know, like there's different ways to do it.
Yes.
I'm an in-person person. I've taken several classes and they have all been in person because that's just how I learn best.
Yes.
You know, I prefer in person. I've even flown to another state because it was important.
It was
to me.
important. No, of course. Hey,
Let's put your
prepare.
hands.
You're well prepared.
Yeah.
And so I value education. Go ahead.
The virtual one still there's not a date yet, but you know they can.
Actually, I have a virtual one scheduled in February that I have not told my audience yet. You'll be the first one that I tell.
What? Okay, so it's official now because everybody's gonna know. They're gonna know. All right. So yeah. You have a date? Or
I do have a date.
Okay.
Dame un segundito, let me check the calendar.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna put that as also so people know. Quieren emprender un negocio, mira, este es el negocio, let me tell you. Y es un negocio que siempre vas a tener clientes. O sea, no es que siempre vas a tener clientes, es que tus clientes van a venir. Si eres buena, vas a venir cada 2 semanas. ¿Cuánto dura? Más o menos
4 semanas. Bueno, si lo haces bien, 4 semanas.
4 semanas, ya saben. No es como otras cosas que hace que cada 1 año o 2 años y después vas a tener que ganar cliente todo el tiempo. No, esto es
No. For life.
clientas fijas.
Yes, and that's what I try to teach them is how to build a clientele that'll stay with them long term. You know, how to find the right clientele. Porque mija, no todo el mundo debe de ser tu cliente. That's another part of this business.
Say that in English.
Some people, they think that everybody that sits in their chair is meant to be their client, but not every person that sits in your chair is meant to be your client.
It's like
So-
life too. Not everybody that come into your life is meant to stay.
Right.
Everybody come for a season. You
Right.
know? It's a season. They probably came to teach you something and they gotta go. Some people suffer, but why? I don't have no friend. I lost my friend. We spoke about that,
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah.
In the women gathering.
Yep. Not
Yeah.
everybody's meant to be there.
Yeah.
So in this industry, you know, and that's something que a lot of nail techs, they have a misunderstanding about that. They have a misunderstanding about building their clientele, and they get very discouraged when people start leaving and they don't rebook or they don't come back, you
And
know.
it's a good thing that you mentioned in that. You know, that can be applied in everything in life. But it's a good thing that you tell your student that, you know, because it is important to know. Just don't be discouraged. Just be consistent, believe in yourself, trust yourself, and, you know, eventually it doesn't happen overnight,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't happen overnight.
No, it does
Y
not.
para ganarse la confianza de una persona, it takes a while.
It does take a while.
Yeah.
And you know, you have to go through a couple people that are like, no, 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 before people are like, oh, you're actually good. Like,
Yeah.
I want you to do my nails. Or I
And
want
even
you
if you're good, I'm pretty sure you have found people that are complaining, right?
Oh,
The
for sure.
complaints.
For sure.
Yeah.
I still get people that I'm not a match for them.
Yeah, you can't please some people. You can't even please them, no matter how good you are.
No.
Isn't that crazy?
Yep.
It's
For
called
different
life.
reasons.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the work, sometimes it's the price, sometimes it's the technique, you know, different reasons.
Yeah. So you see, like a very good nail tech, and she's having those challenges. Hey,
Yeah.
don't get discouraged.
That's normal. That is normal. And you know, the only thing that I can say about that is they're not meant for you. That client wasn't meant to be your client, and that's okay. And you weren't meant to be their technician. If the nail techs understand that, or if people understand that in life, right? Because en realidad, eso por todo. But nail techs, if they understand that, they'll go through less heartaches. And I went through my heartaches. I went through moments where I was like, oh no, you know, I thought clients were going to be with me forever. But then they met another nail tech and they ended up going with that nail tech because they liked them better.
Yeah, and it's okay.
And it's okay. Yep. Okay. At the time.
No, I mean, it's
I've cried.
Yeah, of course.
But you start learning, you know,
Yeah.
you learn.
I know. She's a crier.
I am a crier.
Yeah, she's a crier. That's the first thing she told us when we were like, I'm a crier. And I said,
I am
she
a
not. Yeah, she is.
I'm a crier. I'm a crier.
And you're so sensitive sometimes to some things, and it's okay.
Yeah. Somebody
okay.
said that crying, when we're in church, crying is the soul's way of communicating. Because the
Yes.
soul cannot say or speak, but if you went by crying, your soul is being touched by the Holy Spirit,
Yes. Y es un sentimiento que no puedes parar.
Yes.
No puedes parar. Es como que,
Ese
oh
tipo
my
de llorar.
God. It's beautiful.
When you're not able to control the crying,
Yeah, it is beautiful.
just let it happen.
So what are the techniques you use? I know you don't do acrylic, but what do you do? This is gel X, and what other?
I do builder gel, which my master class at the end of the month is on builder gel, and using your e-file, knowing how to use your e-file correctly. I do hard gel,
Okay.
which hard gel is like a level higher. It's actually stronger than acrylic.
Okay.
And not too many salons offer hard gel because it's a hard technique to master. Not too many nail techs want to learn how to do that. And so when a client knows about hard gel, which that's so funny, it's been around forever, but when a client knows about hard gel, they won't do anything else
Really?
because it's that amazing.
Oh wow.
So being a technician that knows how to do hard gel actually
plus.
makes them stand out.
And you teach that technique too?
Yes, I teach that technique.
Okay. That's awesome.
And I know that they try teaching that in school, but they don't focus on that enough. For some reason in beauty school, they focus more on acrylic than they do gel products. And that's why I decided to do these classes, is because as a technician, when I started, that was hard. It was a hard thing for me to do. And I knew this is what I wanted to do, but I didn't have enough experience from school.
You don't really gain a lot of experience in school. They
No,
give you the basic, and then you're gonna have to go out there and look for these extra classes. So
Yeah,
the
that's true.
education doesn't stop in school. It's just like it's with everything. I went for massage therapist, and the technique that it was, I happened to have a great teacher, that she really cared, and she was teach us everything that we needed to know.
Nice.
But when you get out there, there's different courses that apply to being a massage therapist that you don't learn in school. It's the same thing with the nail.
Yeah, so now I'm just gonna etch the top of the gel tip, because when I apply the gel polish, I need it to be a rough surface. Okay, and that's all we're doing now. But yeah, no, they don't apply. They don't teach you everything you need to know. They teach you the very basic, and beauty school has its place. I actually have a secret about that, but I'm not gonna tell you about that yet. But I'm working on something when it comes to beauty school. And some beauty schools do not offer all the education that you need. In my case, I went to beauty school, and I was very disappointed. But I made the best of the school that I was in. My teacher would only be there for a couple weeks, and then it would switch. I had about 5 different teachers that taught me how to do nails.
Oh wow.
In beauty school. And it's only 300 hours, so that's about 3 months. So imagínate, in 3 months,
5 different
teachers.
Learning is paying for those
Classes.
classes are not cheap, and then not learning what you need to learn. That's the sad part right there, and that's why you're making the difference. You make a difference when you're teaching these women, everything they need to know. Not only how to apply the product, it's just to what's behind it, how to take care of your nails. And even women that don't even want to put nails, they just want manicure. They want to keep their own nails. It's important for them to know how to keep their nails healthy.
Yes. Yeah. Because honestly, it's funny you say that. I have had women come in that don't put anything on their nails except what they do at home, but have weak nails. And it's not because of their health, it's because they are buffing. They're using a buff at home.
Oh, wow.
Algo así, una cosita chiquitica o así. And they're over buffing their nail. And they're not realizing that they're removing layers of the natural nail, making them thin.
Yeah, hear that?
So yeah, even people that don't do anything to their nails can have weak nails because
Yeah.
they're not educated in doing doing the right thing. So I think that it's important for clients and for technicians to just be educated. As a client, find a technician that's educated that will educate you.
Yeah.
That will show you, okay, well, this is okay, that's not okay. If you're trying to have healthy nails. If you don't care and you just want to go to a salon that does your nails in 30 minutes, then that's a different story.
Yeah, it's worth the wait.
Yeah.
It's worth the wait. It's again, you sit down in the chair. Not only do you leave full, you just leave with an education free because you teach them how to take care of their nails.
Yes.
How you listen to them. They come with a problem. They say, I'm going through this, and with your wisdom that God given you, God put, this is amazing. It's a combination of doing God's work, trabajando para el reino,
Yeah.
y making women look beautiful.
Yes. And I love that. I love to make you ladies feel as beautiful as you are on the inside and just show that on the outside.
I don't know if nails mean a lot to, some women, but after you do your nails, don't you feel like you want to go and walk like this?
Okay, so I'm going to have you go wash your hands, use
Okay,
the brush. I'm doing this because I've been doing Gel X for about 8 years and using gel products since I started my career 10 years ago. And in doing it for that long, you start to find different tips, different tricks that they don't teach you, that nobody else knows, and even you as a professional, you can take a class and learn a technique from an educator. And then as you start working, which is another advice that I would give new nail techs, is trust yourself, and try things. It doesn't hurt to try something.
Yeah.
Because the product may teach you how to do it one way, but you may find a better way to do it.
That's true.
And as long as you get the same result, that's what matters.
Yeah, I would say be open to explore.
Explore.
Yeah, and don't be scared.
We're
How do you
into-
keep up with all these new techniques and stuff like that? Because, like I said, mentioned before, being a nail tech is like continuing education daily because so much stuff come out. Like, how do you keep up with that?
So honestly, I am pretty active on social media. So that's one way. I'm always looking at trendy things, but more than that, I have a community like my husband, my sister, other nail tech friends. And if they see something new, they'll send me the information.
Okay.
And I go to trade shows, believe it or not. Okay, trade shows have become kind of not too many people talk about it, but I still go to trade shows. And I learned so much by going to these trade shows.
Wow.
But yeah, just staying connected, having a community of people that know what I do, so that if they see anything or hear anything, and they'll share it with me, and then I'll study it, I'll look up on it, and that's pretty much how I do it. And I actually have a newsletter that I started.
What?
Yes, girl.
Say nothing about that. Tell us more about that. Wow, I'm telling you, just this woman is a multitasker.
I'm trying to reach as many nail techs as possible. So I'm finding different ways, that maybe they learn, maybe they'll, that different ways to build community. Because honestly, I feel like that is the biggest part of being successful, is having the right community, having the right people around you. And yeah, I started a newsletter last year, and I'm going on, I want to say 8 months of doing this.
Wow.
And just pouring my heart into the newsletter and sharing different tips and tools that have been helping nail techs. So that's been exciting.
Hey, you just not wasting no resources, huh?
No.
You using everything God's given you. as you should, and that's good.
I'm trying.
So just to close this, it was amazing. Thank you for allowing us to interview. I say allowing us because even though Lynn is not here, but she's here in spirit, and she, she's a part of us. And I want to end, con broche de oro. Queremos cerrar. If there's any stylist, nail tech that is listening to out there, that is doubting herself or himself, because there's nail, tech
male.
that are male, and they doubt, they don't know how to start, or even if they have started, they feeling like, oh, it's questioning themselves, it's like, this is the right thing for me. They still don't know. What can you tell them to encourage them to keep going?
Absolutely. So, just like my name, I chose Say Yes to Nails because I want nail techs to say yes to doing nails, even in the hard times, even when they feel like quitting, and I want them to know that it's normal to have that feeling. We've all been through there. Any successful business owner has had moments where they have felt like they wanted to quit. And so I would tell them, don't quit. Don't quit. If you have that talent, if you have that passion, if you have done anything, when you're doing nails, you find joy in serving your client and giving something to them that makes them feel beautiful. Even if it's just getting your art out of your minds and putting it onto these little canvases, I would tell you, don't quit. Keep going. Keep going. You got this.
Wow.
Yeah.
She gave you the key, the word that is the key. Find joy. Because happiness is temporary. You know what I mean? It comes today, you can be happy. 2 hours from now, that happiness goes away. Something happened that, caused the happiness to go away. But joy is like from within.
Yeah.
And joy is more deep. So if you find joy in what you do, this was meant for you. That's your calling. You know what I mean? Just like you can see when you speak about nail, that joy reflects in her face. It's amazing. It's like, wow. It's good. It's good. So,
And you are set.
Hey, look at that. Hey, if you guys need a nail tech, I'm going to tell you guys everything. Like, I'm going to put all the information for those that have been asking me, hey, do you know any nail tech that can do my nails that I can trust? I recommend Jessica 100%. So you guys, I'm going to give you all the information where you can find her. If you want to do an education, she can teach you too.
Yes.
You can become a nail tech if you're interested in that. You can become a nail tech, and I'm gonna put the information, the time, the place, and the virtual that you do, and all of that is gonna be displayed, so you have no excuse. So what else? God bless you guys.
God bless you guys.
Bye. Till next time. Woo.